Well, what do you know? Side Hustle is back for a second season starting October 2nd. A Million Little Things is going to premiere the fourth season on the 22nd along with the Goldbergs. The Big Leap with Kevin Daniels and Anna Grace Barlow is going to premiere 2 days before that. I think on the, was it, yeah, the 20th. Yeah, the 20th. That's what I was thinking. My first thought was right. The September 20th. Excuse me. Another season, another year of television season is getting closer. Hopefully it doesn't get as brutal this time as it did towards the end of last year. And of course, the first and middle part of the 18-19 television season. Because, we learned our lesson last year from when the 18-19, it was brutal, but we still tried to do everything at once. When, if the Spurs and or NASCAR was on at the same day at the same time of our shows that we were watching, or even the one-off shows that my favorite actors from my favorite shows of the past would, guest star in, but on the shows that I normally don't follow or watch, but I only are watching that particular episode just to continue to support them. We try to watch them all in one go. Yeah, I didn't want to do that again at the end of last year, so that's why I abandoned the last part of the season, along with the fact that we were trying to install my mom's DVR into my basement, my office area in my basement, considering I was using instead of her. And we want to move the non-DVR cable box in my office into the living room part of the basement, like the man cave. That way, in case I have company over to watch NASCAR and the Spurs with me, but we can't all fit in my office, we can watch it over there and not give a shit about rewinding, fast forwarding, and pausing it and starting and stopping it. We just watch it straight up, straight up from the ground. But, I finally got to see what happened to Gary. Not happened to Gary. The assault that Gary pulled on the music instructor, which I thought was going to happen way sooner, and it took it to an extreme than it should. He put a paper bag over his head. And suffocated him. There's some people in the comments, in past threads of what they think might happen in the season 4 premiere later this month, 21 days from now, that either Peter suffocates from, having that bag over his head and passes away from it, and or Gary gets charged and goes to jail, or because when both of those things happen, there's a possibility Darcy might leave him because of it, and Maggie might come back to him. I don't know. We'll see. DJ Nash, Lizzie Green, Chance Hurstfield, and they already know about it. So of course, even though they care about us fans, us millionaires, they can't give spoilers. So example, Lizzie Green, because this is a biased example. If Lizzie Green were to DM me on Twitter, since she follows me on there, what happens in season 4, but didn't in the season 4 premiere, what the whole episode from start to finish, and didn't DM anybody else, that wouldn't be fair. The same way, like I mentioned before, DJ Nash is no Chris Peterson, Brian Moore, John D. Beck, Ron Hart, or Dave Malkoff, or not even an Emma and Tess J, or Maureen Baruka, or whatever, the drama club writers, or Monica and Maddie Whitby, who is kind enough to follow fans. I mean, DJ Nash is kind in a way, but he's not the one like those people I mentioned who would follow the fan zone, the people he worked with. So how I sent him in the cast of videos of and me singing and dancing to Ricky Martin and now Robbie Rosa, and all I talk about in the comments and threads on Instagram and Twitter of AMLT is Ricky Martin. If DJ Nash were to follow me because of that, but didn't follow anybody else, period, it wouldn't be fair. That's why, in his way, unlike, John D. Beck, Ron Hart, Chris Peterson, Brian Moore, and those guys, he feels like it would be unfair to follow fans. Say, if he followed particular ones like me and other people and didn't follow everybody else, it wouldn't be fair. Meaning, if he were to follow me, then he would have to follow every other fan. That's why he just doesn't follow. It's nothing against the fans. He wants to keep it fair, and doesn't want, him following me, and then all of a sudden somebody else bitches or says, what about me, DJ? Because, celebrities do get that, and trust me, I've been one of those people who have been part of, the fans, what about me, this and that, blah, 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 blah. I've even done it with the Spurs, what Spurs have been following people on Spurs Twitter back, but yet, what about me, stuff like that. And I'm not the only one. There's other people asking that too. But anyway, that's not really what I'm here to talk about, considering, what this officially the 2021-2022 season is officially underway. It's gonna bring. I'm here to talk about, like, you know, the day I had at work today and the night I had in the neighborhood last night. Last night it was the Crotch party at the Crotch of Dooms, as you saw by my picture on my community part of the channel. You know, with the picture of the Crotch of Doom on the right and the Fireball Man on the left. It was a total Crotch party. Demon Dobie came out. Sadie came out. That's Bombastic Boy's dog. Bombastic Boy was over there too, helping the Crotch of Doom like level the dirt. God, we were all going crazy. I was on a roll with the nicknames. A bunch of the nickname people were meeting each other for the first time, or like finally getting together again, like Dave Blaney. Even some of the like younger kids, some of the kids, you know, the young, like the teenagers and young adults, there was fun. It was a party that we unplanned. It really wasn't a party. It was just an unexpected, unplanned gathering between me and most of the nickname folks and their unnicknamed family members, husbands, wives, kids, whatnot. Oh my God, yo. I think I'll remember that one for a long time, you know. So it also comes 5 years after the anniversary when my next door neighbor, the bad man, said to his son that he was gonna smack him like a bitch. So, and it finally happened, but except he had to smack him on the butt because he would have like done what I expected him to do and smack him upside the head really hard. Then that counts as assault. You know what? Probably what Gary's gonna get in the season 4 premiere of AMLT in 21 days, and he'd go to prison. But you know, that's not all. The Crotch party last night, and then the very next day, today, the ice cream demolition derby at Twist and Shake. We had one boy, you know, drop his ice cream cone before, you know, drop the cream off the cone before he had a chance to sit down and eat it. And then we had another girl walking her ice cream to the table where I was sitting. She was spilling it before she, you know, she didn't even have a chance to chill and eat it. She was already eating some of it before she had chilled it, just sit down and relax just to continue eating it. Some of it spilled on the table. And well, this one boy, his new girlfriend, which is one of my best friends, was eating her cone. It just went plop like the dropped meatball. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs over and over in front of everybody. Oh my God, it's everywhere! Yo, Mita, it's everywhere! Oh my God, it's the ice cream demolition derby! That's pretty much what I said the whole time. And the bees were attacking us too. What more can you ask for a killer 2 days of doing crazy fun things with the neighbors the night before, and then the very next afternoon work? You know, can we do something crazy fun again tomorrow? Tomorrow too, because considering it's Allison Miller's birthday. Speaking of A Million Little Things, Maggie Bloom's actress. And then the very next day we have to run it back again for Jessalyn Wanlim, you know, Giselle's actress in Living La Vida Lab Rat. So I don't think we need Garaccioni Sudor episode 2 today or the next 2 days after that. That might have to wait till next week. So therefore, I just want to focus on like ending these and continuing this banger of a week and ending it with a bang. So tomorrow we'll be making Allison Miller's birthday video, posting it right away. And then the very next day, we'll probably skip the truck race to celebrate. No. The truck race is Sunday afternoon. So therefore, I can celebrate Jessalyn Wanlim's birthday in peace on Friday and not have to worry about like missing a truck race, you know, missing the truck race because instead of Friday night, it's going to be Sunday afternoon before Winston Cup. And Bush is Saturday, and, you know, Craftsman is before Winston on Sunday. So I'll be all set like Jimmy Johnson Friday night, all night to celebrate Jessalyn Wanlim without having to worry about missing the truck race, considering it's Sunday afternoon rather than Friday night. So I've got a stacked weekend like Kenny Wallace, and I'm ready to rock them like Rob Riggle. So I will see you all throughout the week but for now, have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. There'll be no videos tonight because of this huge announcement and this like recap of the last 2 days, and it has been a short week so far. So take care, everyone. Good night. I will see you all for tomorrow's video celebrating Allison Miller's birthday. See you later.
What would you want to say to the man who assaulted you? I'd want to say that I know you tried to take something away from me, but you didn't. And I think everyone should know your name. It's It's Peter Benoit.
They're coming!
And even though I may never get the justice that I deserve, you know what you did. And now everyone else will too. The reason that I wanted to put his name out there today is to make sure he doesn't hurt anybody else. Because Peter didn't just hurt me, he hurt so many people. I know I'm gonna be okay. I just hope they're okay too.
That's my boy.